Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to this video for the lawcareers.net YouTube channel. My name is Blessing Makosha Park, also known as Blessing at the Bar, and you can find all of my social media and everything in the description box below. In this video, I thought I would do a reflection and an update on my journey. It's been about 2 years since my first video for lawcareers.net, and since then I've done a lot of things. I've completed the GDL, I've completed the BPTC, and I'm now currently working as a paralegal on a public inquiry. In that time, I've learned lots of different skills, and I've learned lots of different things about myself and about this journey. In particular, I've learned that I have a very strong presence and character as I've navigated the bar, and that has brought me a range of opportunities and also brought me a range of challenges. So if you're interested in seeing me talk about all of that more, then keep watching this video. Okay, so since I started the GDL, I had lots of experiences and things that were happening to me at the same time, and I felt like everything happened really fast. So as well as studies, I also had a bit of a crazy life. I was working for an organization called the School Exclusion Project. So I was one of the directors for that and representing clients and doing school exclusion hearings. So when a child gets excluded from school, I was helping them or the parents to provide representation for the child and challenge the exclusion decision. So that was one thing that I was doing. I also, whilst I was doing all of that, was doing writing a journal article. I wanted to publish my first journal article whilst I was at law school, and I wrote an article about use of police vehicle stop and search powers in the context of the Immigration Act 2016. And that was an opportunity for me to put together this like love of social justice and all of this stuff that I had. And I remember feeling really proud of myself that I'd written my first legal big piece of work, and I got published. So that's something that was really exciting to me. Another thing I did that took up a lot of my time was mooting, and I was a finalist in the City GDL Senior Moot, and I was in the Supreme Court. Oh, actually, it wasn't just the GDL. It had students from the GDL and the bar course, and I think just the normal LLB. And I got through to the final, and I was in the Supreme Court, and I got to do advocacy in the Supreme Court. So that was really a great time for me, and it was amazing that I'd gotten down to the finals and I was there. The year progressed quite quickly. So over the summer, I was working as an intern for a legal research and policy organization. So I went straight into that after the GDL. And I remember feeling very nervous. I felt worried that maybe my, level of intelligence and legal knowledge wasn't good enough for me to be there. It was a big journey for me to be working alongside lawyers, and I just finished the GDL. I remember I got my results whilst I was there. So that was a whole experience in and of itself. And yeah, so learning legal research skills, that was a huge thing for me. And I think it set me up really well for the BPTC, because I was learning things about how do you actually conduct legal research. And that fed way onto later in my journey. Now I'm a paralegal. So that's what I was doing in the summer straight after the GDL. Then I went into the BPTC, and during the BPTC, I was now a senior director of the School Exclusion Project. So alongside my colleague Clarissa, who is really great. And I'll put her social media actually down here. She'll probably shout at me for posting her, but I think she's amazing. I think you should really follow her. She's an inspirational woman as well. And so we worked alongside each other on the project, and that was really cool and stressful. And she did such a phenomenal job of creating a database for us. So she was an inspirational person to work alongside, and we were working alongside barristers, and it was just a great experience. And we built a really tight little team around us, because it was our job to train the new juniors, which is what we formerly were the year before. So that was a great experience alongside the BPTC. The BPTC itself was tough. I found it so tough, and I found it so hard because I would constantly have to remotivate myself week by week. And if you go on my blog, you'll see all of the different live blogs that I posted. And I was constantly having to remotivate myself because the workload was so heavy. And on my blog, I wrote things all the time about how I was feeling, but I just felt so frozen in time. I wasn't quite a barrister, but I wasn't quite not a barrister. It was a weird in between. And then on top of that, applying for pupillage and getting rejected from everywhere except for one chambers was hard. And on top of the BPTC, it was extra hard. And all sorts of things started happening to me. Life started happening. One of my exams, I found out that my grandfather had passed away just before my exams started. So it was a weird time for me. But I got through, and I finished the BPTC, and I had an internship lined up, my second internship, and this was to go to South Africa. And I was really excited to go to South Africa so I was going to Cape Town to work in the legal aid clinic there at the University of the Western Cape. And that was a wonderful experience. And Inner Temple, my Inn of Court, were really wonderful, and they provided me with a grant to actually go on the internship because it was unpaid. And during that internship, I got to see pro bono legal advice being given to Cape Town residents with all sorts of different legal disputes, familial disputes, child, housing, land. It was amazing to see the civil and the family law work in an entirely different context. And the biggest experience I had, and possibly the most transformative, was spending a few weeks going to one of the local youth detention centers. And this had children, the kids younger than 17, in detention for murder and other serious crimes. And there's a huge culture of gangsterism in Cape Town. And I really found that experience just touching and fascinating, because it showed me the importance of being an advocate, because it's also about you need to relate to the person you're trying to advocate for. And those boys really taught me the importance of listening to your client and hearing who they are in their own terms and in their own words, and what their story is and how they feel about their own story. And they were very aware, and to see that they were dealing with really harrowing and traumatic things at such young ages was such a difficult thing to see, but it was also very educational for me. Once I finished my internship, I went straight into my first full-time role as a paralegal. And that's sort of where my story's at now. Because I'm still currently working, I can't really reflect on it because I don't want to, give out any information about where I work. But once this experience and this chapter of my life is over, then I'll definitely be able to delve more into that. But I just thought it would be nice to sit down with you guys and chat and catch up with where my life is now since I first started making these videos. And I really want to encourage you, if you do want to get me to answer a certain type of question or to produce a certain type of content for you, then please contact me. You can email me at blessing@blessingatthebar.com, or you can DM me as well on any of my social media channels, and the links are below. But yeah, it's been really great having this time to just catch up and tell you what I've been up to. And for more videos, make sure you click that red button below and subscribe to lawcareers.net. And also make sure that you follow me on all of my channels. Peace out, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.